I am in the absolutely beautiful Battery Park, the lower part of Manhattan, New York City. It's quite interesting here. Today we are going to discuss elevator pitching. And for those who don't know what that means, it means how to pitch your product, service, or business, or company, or idea in the time it takes to ride up in an elevator. Now, why would you want to do this? The principle of an elevator pitch comes from the general idea that what if you get in an elevator with a person who is a potential candidate to either invest in your business or be a customer or whatnot, and you got to persuade them from the time you get in the elevator until the time they get to their floor and get off. And if you can do that, you're pretty good at negotiating and selling and all that stuff. So it's a great talent to have, and it isn't really that difficult to do. Siempre listo. It means in Latin and in Spanish, always ready. It's also the theme, wow, I almost walked straight into that branch. It also is the theme of the Scouts in the United States. Siempre listo, always ready. See, that's key to being able to do a good elevator pitch. You have to be ready to pitch when you're not really ready. So let's say you get into an elevator with someone who is a strategic contact. You probably didn't plan that in advance. It's unlikely, unless you're stalking the guy, of course. See, the thing is very important that you are always ready for an opportunity, even if you don't have one, because it's better to be ready for an opportunity and not have one than to have an opportunity and not be prepared. So now, in order to actually sell successfully in your elevator pitch, you need to think of several things. Number one, you want to front load your pitch, meaning you put your best foot forward, you put your best points forward, your talking points. So if the main thing about your business is that you pull in $2 million a year revenue, straight up, that's how you're starting out the pitch. I got this so-and-so business, we pull in $2 million a year, and so-and-so whatever. Okay, so that's how you want to start off. It's called front loading. Now at the same time, you don't want to put so much forth into your elevator pitch that you run out of what to say when the questions flow. You want to save your ammunition. That's another aspect, okay? Don't run out of what to say. Don't throw it all out. Throw it all out there, and then you kind of don't have any more impressive points, and everything you talk about later is kind of downhill from there. Now, if you are really, really good at selling, I mean like a master at it, you could do like Michael Moore, the film director. He, whether you like him or not, and a lot of people don't like him, okay, he's a master at setting people up to knock them down. Now, you don't want to knock the other person down. I'm using this metaphorically. But what you do want to do is set them up to be impressed, so then you can push it, knock it out of the ballpark, as they say. Get them interested, get them lured in, and then expect the questions they're going to have back and tailor your pitch so that they ask questions that let you answer your strongest points first. Now, that's not easy to do at all. I mean, you got to be really a master, someone who lives by ABS, always be selling, ABS. If you can live by it, you can do that. Now, it's not easy, it's not fun, but it's a marvelous ability when you can. Now think of this, you're in this elevator, you got seconds to figure out what you're gonna say. How do you manage that? Well, there's actually two different directions. If you're in an elevator with someone, you know their background, you're familiar with them, you can start right off pitching to meet their interests and desires. If you know this person is an investor and you know his other investments, you could say, oh, I heard you have this business. Or not I heard, I love this business that you have. I have this one and it complements that, and maybe it's good for your portfolio. Now, if you don't know who the person really is, you just know their stance, meaning you're trying to sell someone, you kind of know what they do and you don't really know, fire questions at them. Hey, it's a wonderful day. How, do you have this kind of portfolio that is so interesting? I don't know. You know, it kind of depends on your role and who you're pitching to, but you can fire questions. But remember, you only got the time of an elevator ride. It's real short, so don't ask questions that have lengthy answers unless you know you're both getting off of the same floor. So now the other aspect is, what is the goal? What are you trying to do in an elevator pitch? It's such a short amount of time. By the way, I apologize for the noise. There's a water taxi disembarking right behind me. They got real powerful engines. It's pretty impressive to watch, but they are noisy. So what do you do? What is the point of this elevator pitch? Because it's too short to really make a sale. So normally you want to always ask for the sale at the end of every pitch. You can't ask for the sale in 90 seconds of an elevator ride. That's not realistic, but you can ask for the next step. Now, usually that's a business card. Because with a business card, you got their contact information and you can follow up with them. And it's very important. Do not leave that elevator without some way to follow up and move to the next step unless you failed at the pitch. That could happen too. But if you want to succeed at the pitch, you must have a way to follow up the next step. Now, so your goal in your mind should be get that business card. Now, if you're real good, if you are a all-star salesperson, you ain't trying to get that business card. You're trying to get the appointment. And that's like knocking it out of the ballpark. If you can get an appointment in the length of an elevator pitch, you are a rock star. You deserve a prize. But seriously, folks, that's the goal. The goal is to get some form of follow-up contact and do it quickly. You got seconds to do it. You want to front load your pitch. Throw out everything you can up front, but leave yourself a little ammunition to answer questions. Save your ammo. Remember, it's important. So many people throw their best points forward and then they run out of what to say. They're speechless when the questions come in, or what they say is very weak from then on. By the way, it's so interesting. All these people are getting on the water taxi. Very fascinating. Anyway, Battery Park City, New York City. It's pretty cool here. Very beautiful, by the way. Anyhow, so that's pretty much the gist of elevator pitching. And I'm glad you watched this. Thank you all for your time. Please share, like, subscribe. Share this whether or not you think that I know what I'm talking about. You might think that you know better about how to elevator pitch. God bless you. Teach me. I want to know. All ears are listening for it. So leave the comments below and share away, please. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.
Yeah!